how to make gasoline in Townstar. If you've been playing for a little while, you've probably got to that point where you're thinking, okay, well, I've run out of gasoline. I only started with 40 gasoline. How on earth do I make some extra gasoline? By the way, if you've not yet signed up for Townstar, do so. It's a completely free game to play, a blockchain game. There's a lot of strategy to it, actually, and there really is a lot more to it than first meets the eye. But we can see here, I've just made some more gasoline on my game, and that is because I have a refinery and we're refining gasoline. To make gasoline, we need 1 petroleum, 2 water and 6 energy. So let me take you through the details of how you get all those components and how you get to that point where you can start making gasoline, which gets you past that first stage of having all your products delivered. Now, you want to really start thinking about producing a refinery or getting the things ready to start making gasoline when you're down to about 20 of your original 40 gasoline. So once you've traded 20 of whatever you're trading, wheat or cotton, then you want to start putting the things in place that you need to make your refinery, or rather the goods that go into the refinery. If we look at crafting, we can see to make gasoline, like I've just said, you need petroleum, 2 water, 6 energy. To make petroleum, you need 2 crude oil, 1 water and 2 energy. Now the water here we're talking about is industrial water. It's not just from a well, so you need a water plant. Energy you need, and the first place to start with energy is a wind turbine, and your crude oil, you need an oil rig to pump that out of the ground. So I'll just show you where I've got those on my layout here at the moment. So here is my oil rig first of all, and this creates oil every 2 minutes by the looks of things, that will produce oil. I've got my wind farm here, wind turbine charging energy that creates enough for a battery, which you can just see putting into the storehouse over here. So in the storehouse I've got 2 energy there at the moment, and the other thing we need is this water plant, water facility. So we need 3 water to make the water facility work. So I've got a couple of wells nearby to try and catch the guy. Here he comes now, just coming down the road to put his water in to the water plant. So that's going to be number 2 out of 3, and there it goes, 2 out of 3 water. So he needs to collect 1 more water, and then that will produce a drum of water. And fortunately, yes, he's decided to go to that well that I've put right next to it there. So here he comes in to put his 3rd water into the water plant, and we will see that goes up to 3, and now in 30 seconds that will create a water drum. Now the water drum and the energy, they go into a storehouse. So you also need a worker. So we've got a worker house. I'll run through all these details again in just a second. I'm just showing you how it all works. So this worker has just picked up the energy. The wind turbine starts off again, so we follow him as he goes around the back street here, and he comes in and drops it into our warehouse, and it goes from nothing in the warehouse to having 1 energy. Now there's that energy in there. I was going to say the refinery can go in, but the refinery's got all the energy it needs. It's got 6 energies. So let's go and look at the worker house. That is there. You need a worker to collect the oil from the oil rig. You need the worker to collect the batteries from the wind turbine. You need a storehouse to store the products, and you also need the fuel storage to store the different types of fuel. So let's go and have a look at the costs of these various products. If I just go to a blank area here and then go to my shop. Now these are all industrial items, so you need, first of all, what do we need? We need an oil pump. So that's only 1,250, but when that creates oil, you need to store that, sorry, you don't need to store that, you need to collect that with your worker house. So down here is your worker house, 2,500. So if you had a worker house on an oil rig, then that would start to create crude oil, which would get stored in the fuel store. Remember, that is next to your delivery truck right at the start. So once you've got your fuel store going on there, so you've got your oil pump and worker house, you also need the energy. So there's a wind turbine, again not very expensive. It does need to go next to a road, same as most of these items. $2,500 for that. Your water facility is a bit more expensive, that's $10,000, so you need a water facility as well. to be able to supply to your refinery. And finally, you also need the warehouse to store the water and the energy. And then once you've got that, you also need your refinery at 15,000. So total cost to get set up to start producing gasoline is 15,000 plus 1,250. We need the worker, water facility, so that's 25,000, warehouse 35,000, wind turbine 37, about $40,000, and that's enough that you need to start creating your own energy, your own fuel rather. Now, when we look at the refinery can make two things. Well, it can actually make three things, make jet fuel as well. It makes petroleum and gasoline. So I'm currently still making gasoline. I've got to collect 2 more water, 4 more energy, and I can create another gasoline. It takes 30 seconds once you've supplied those items into the refinery, or the little worker comes out and collects those. So the thing here is to realize that the petroleum you need, you have to make that in the refinery first as well. So you make petroleum first of all with 2 crude oil, 1 water, 2 energy. Then you make your gasoline from your crude oil, from your petroleum, water and energy. So in total, to make 1 gasoline, you need 2 crude, you need 3 water, you need 8 energy. And that's what you would need to make gasoline. So you make your petroleum first of all, then you make your gasoline. Now, when you're really set up, it can be well worth, let me just go and sell some flour because my money is out, so I need to just go and sell the flour. When you have got sufficient facilities going, it might be worth having 2 power stations, two refineries, one to make the petroleum and then the other one to make the gas. And you can always stop it. So if you, for instance, I've got 3 gas here and I've got 3 petroleum. So if I wanted to stop my refinery, which I'm not going to do now because it's already fairly well supplied with the items, but if you click on, once it's actually finished the crafting, you'd click on stop, because we've set this refinery up to make gasoline, so it will stay on gasoline for now. But once that's made a piece of gasoline, we click on stop, then we get the option of making petroleum, gasoline or jet fuel, and we will click on make to make the petroleum that we need to be able to make the gasoline. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Do play Townstar if you've not yet played Townstar. Again, the link in the description, or go to gogala.co.uk. That will take you through. You can play for free. They occasionally have massive competitions which have huge prizes. So at the moment, they're giving a $250,000 of Gala coins every week for the next 4 weeks as I've recorded this video. So do keep your eyes open, get practiced with Townstar. I'm still just scratching the surface. Like I said, it really is a brilliant strategy game, and it's absolutely fascinating to see all your little characters running around, being productive, and it really is, when you get into it, very, very engaging game. So thanks for watching. If that's been a useful video for you, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you'd like more videos on Townstar. Also, if you'd like more videos on how to make money online, that's what I've done for the last 20 years. Do subscribe to my channel. I'll keep you updated with those there. And once again, thanks for watching this video.